played on their merits. Rahmat Shah and Najibullah Zadran, minimum of risk as timing it. And Mustafiz, someone that was bowled so well for Bangladesh over a period of a time, with the new ball, with the older ball, bowling his cutters. Just want to show our viewers how difficult it is to pick his trajectory when it comes to his cutters and the seam up. The seam up, yes, is quite evident what you're going to come up with, but when it comes to the cutters, probably for me, the best in the world. The seam up delivery, the conventional seam up, is the wrist behind the ball, a good head position. And look at the leg cutter. How the amount of reps, we come back to that. This peak, he delivers one. The amount of reps he puts in, just like a good left arm spinner, giving it a real rip into the pitch. It's a sim position, conventional, and there you go. And it goes probably 180 degrees converting. That's where the batsman, most of the time the ball dips. And how many times you have seen right-hander trying to play towards mid-wicket and been leading edge, caught at short extra cover and mid-off? Many times I've seen. It's purely because of the subtleness of the wrist. There you go again. The left-hander lengths a bit shorter, but I'm pretty sure for the right-hander he'll pitch it up, getting the batsman to turn, to play against the turn and get that top edge towards extra cover or the mid-off.
Yeah, it's all in the wrist, isn't it? Parvez Mahroof, that's what he just mentioned. And it could take control. Yeah, subtle wrist. It's not easy, isn't it? It's a difficult art to master, and he's been the master. In terms of cutters, he's appealed at maybe just down the leg side. And it's turning out to be a good over. It is a good over. 104 for 3.
নিন আকিজ টেবিলওয়্যার, যার এলিগেন্ট ডিজাইন আর ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কোয়ালিটি দেয় আপনার বেস্ট রান্নার বেস্ট প্রেজেন্টেশন। আকিজ টেবিলওয়্যার।
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
It's not 104 for 3, it's 105 for 3. Correction. Right, a couple of good overs. First it was from Mehdi Hasan Raj, backed up by Mustafizur Rahman. So they need to continue and build a little bit pressure here, because this partnership is looking very good for Afghanistan. Just like the sight, isn't it? Great sight. And now once you start to produce those dot deliveries, then batters will need to think a little otherwise. What can we do not to play those dot deliveries? Record run rate for the very first time had gone up 7.
It's played by Rahmat Shah. It's what Mehdi Hasan does really well. And also finishing up on subject of Mustafiz, asked about how good is the wrist. I think it's born with it. Only he could do it. I don't think anyone could do that. Of 180 degrees subtle wrist just going across the way. It's never easy. Something that he's born with it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Mehdi Hasan just trying to hit the legs of Zadran, not allowing him to free his arms.
And you're talking about a seamer. You're not talking about a spinner. And he's been doing it for a long time, Mustafizur Rahman. That's why he has been so dangerous. But this surface is certainly looking very good for batting. And both the batters have now well set. Over the top of the key, that cover fielder. Oh, lovely work. Brilliant. Shoriful Islam has done wonderfully well.
Remember, there was a fast bowler who dived that fast. Acknowledged by the field at sweeper cover. Look at this for effort. Sprinted towards his right side, and look at that effort. That's what you want. As in bowler Mehdi Hassan, floating from his bowling end as well. This is brilliant.
This is what uplifts a team, doesn't it? Some really good fielding. Guilty of dropping a catch earlier, but that was a very good effort. 109 for 3.
রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে পেলামে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক।
নিউ ক্লিয়ার ম্যান এর ট্রিপল অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ টেকনোলজি খুশকি দূর করে লুকানোর দিন শেষ।
নতুন যুগের দূষণ ফোটালেও যায় না, তাই পিওরিট।
From Mushfiqur Rahim, partnership of 2 and 2, ensuring that Bangladesh get cross 300, 306 for 4 in reply. Afghanistan 109 for 3 years ago, and a good partnership in the making for Afghanistan. Still 198 of 28 overs. And you do get set, then you need to repeat what Litton and Mushfiqur did for Bangladesh. There's your man, Parvez. He'll be eyeing to pick up a wicket, try to break this partnership. It's just been a touch expensive, 22 of first 3 overs. And
you mentioned about picking up wicket. Tamim Iqbal got the field as well, as far as I'm concerned. Having mid-off and mid-on up, mid-off, I think it's Tamim himself standing up, inviting Zadran to go over the top. Wicket-taking bowler, the one bowler for Bangladesh into the attack, just bowling his 4th over, given away 22 runs. But he's a bowler, and a ball or two can change a game. Well, correctly so, Tamim Iqbal on the attack.
I think also tells you what he wants from Mustafizur Rahman. He's got loads and loads of experience, but once you set the field up, and especially the ones inside the circle straight down the ground, right, mid-off and mid-on that you're talking about, so you really cannot afford to bowl it fuller, not in the slot. The moment you do that, you're in trouble. So it's also having that kind of control to ensure that you don't bowl fuller. Just opening the face of the bat, that's too fine, is it? Yeah, it is. It's 4. Nicely played in the end.
Neatly played, and big effort by Taskin Ahmed at 3rd man. Saying that, I just foiled. This is a perfect length by Mustafiz going across. Deliberately done by Zadran, just opening his face, making sure that it's going final. Taskin Ahmed at the 3rd man, which is very square. The right hand, probably the length will be a bit fuller, as we spoke about before, trying to get the batsman to turn, play against the turn and get that leading edge. But the left hand, the ball turning back in, probably that will be the length. So the yaw stump slapped away towards sweeper cover. Maybe Hassan does the fielding. Doing the right thing, Bangladesh, searching for figures. That's what we didn't see from Afghanistan in the previous game. Similar situations, they let the 2 batsmen who was in, Afif and Mehdi Hassan, to get themselves in, and eventually lost the game. This time, Tamim, using his experience, asking the batsman to go over the top, giving them the challenge, accept it.
Well, it's thrown in the bait for sure. Oh, trying to guide it away. Could have easily got his neck. He's missed that completely. But this is what Afghanistan would have hoped for, getting into some sort of a momentum, positive momentum, in terms of trying to chase a big total. They need to win this one to stay alive in the series, a must-win situation. The bat hitting the ground.
Hoping one of these two will get a big one, or Gurbaz yet to come, the man who's injured. They never say, never doubt, or never write off. Right down the leg side, never write off a wounded soldier. That's Gurbaz today. We all know how destructive he can be on his day. And I just feel if Afghanistan to have any chance of coming any closer to this score, the two batsmen in the middle and Gurbaz got to play a special knock.
It is also how do they pace their innings. Yes, 48 of 52 for Najibullah Zadran, 45 of 64. Rahmat on strike. Rahmat going at strike rate of 70. But he has to step on the gas, and we'll have to wait and see when is the right time for them to decide. 7 in that over after 23. Afghanistan 116 for 3.
ব্লেন্ডার্স চয়েস প্রিমিয়াম গ্রিন টির প্রতিটি ব্যাগে থাকে 3 লেয়ারের সুরক্ষা, যার ল্যামিনেশন লেয়ার দেয় আর্দ্রতা থেকে সুরক্ষা। অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ফয়েলের লেয়ার নিশ্চিত করে সুঘ্রাণ ও স্বাদের সজীবতা। পেপার লেয়ার বাইরের আলো ও আর্দ্রতাকে প্রতিরোধ করে সতেজতা ধরে রাখে। তাই আপনি পাচ্ছেন বিশ্বমানের গ্রিন টির সেরা স্বাদ।
সাবান বা সাধারণ হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে হাত হয়ে পড়ে রুক্ষ ও মলিন, তাই ব্যবহার করুন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ স্যাভলন অ্যান্টিসেপটিক হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, যা হাতকে রাখে নরম, কোমল ও জীবাণুমুক্ত।
Jamie Siddons, the batting consultant there, newly appointed. Ahmadul Hassan Joy. Rajan Saleh right at the top of the screen, the former international.
Good to see the former Bangladesh players also in the coaching staff, led by the cricket director Chacha. And Rajan Saleh in his day one of the best fielders. Jamie Siddons returning back to Bangladesh fold, and is covering from the umbrella. That's, I think, Rangana Herath, the Sri Lankan maestro, the legend, also sharing his experience, his coaching hat with the Bangladesh players. The first stint itself, Rangana Herath was involved against Australia, and we commented Atarbai. It was a 4-1. The spinners bowled so well. Good to see all the Bangladesh ex-national players getting in the system and helping these youngsters out.
Yeah, you spoke about Ramanullah Gurbaz. They still have Mohammad Nabi to bat. Don't forget that. He can play an important role, really important role with the bat. We know he can be an explosive one if the team do require him to score runs. He's already padded up. Nicely bowled, beats the bat.
Mohammad Nabi is someone that Afghanistan will be banking heavily. This time Miraz going with the arm neatly taken by Mushikur, asking the question safely in. Rahmat Shah, required rate of 7.18, at least a boundary for over from here onwards.
Oh, you asked for it, and he's chipped that over the fielder infield, and he picks up a boundary, and he picks up his 50 also. The very well made 50 from Rahmat Shah.
Hard-working half-century for Rahmat Shah, never easy, wickets falling around him. Had to hold his guard from his end, and the dugout appreciating his efforts. Long way to go.
It's all about taking calculated risk. He's taken one calculated risk where he picked up a boundary, and to single the finish the over. 7 in that over. Afghanistan 120.
রুক্ষতা আর ধুলো ময়লা ভুলে আপনাকে সতেজ ও সুস্থ রাখতে 3টি ভিন্ন ভ্যারিয়েন্টে এসিআই নিয়ে এলো সেপটেক্স অ্যান্টিসেপটিক বার। এখন আপনি থাকুন অ্যাক্টিভ প্রতিদিন।
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটেড মেশিন। উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
টয়লেট শেষে লাইফ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে থাকুন, সুরক্ষায় 10-এ 10।
বডির জন্য জিম আর ফেসের জন্য গ্লো এন্ড হ্যান্ডসাম।
$123 for 3, and at that stage Bangladesh were 124 for 2. The terms have run neck and neck. just a wicket apart. Afghanistan have lost just one more. Bangladesh lost 2 at this stage after the end of the 24th over. So Afghanistan still in the game.
Definitely are they in the game. You see a bowling change from the Ispahani end. Taskin Ahmed bowled a magnificent first spell for 17 runs. 5 overs, comes back. And this man, Shakib Al Hasan, has created another record which I'll speak to about the next delivery. Bowled in, the bells fell off. I heard something. Yes, it hits the stumps. Taskin Ahmed elated, did not pick it. Mushfiqur Rahim saw it. And what a fantastic delivery to start your new spell.
That's a beauty, isn't it? He just wants to go upstairs to make sure what really happened, but the Bangladesh team players are already celebrating.
Yes, it will go on a big screen. Show me the front foot first, please. It's a fair delivery. Move on to front on spin vision, please. Ball has hit the wicket and put the belts down. I am satisfied. I have a decision for you.
It was a beauty to break the partnership, just hitting the top of the stump or the off stump.
যে কোনো ক্ষতিকর জীবাণু থেকে সুরক্ষা পেতে ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে।
রোস্টেড পিনাট আর পিওর বাটারের আনবিটেবল স্বাদে পেলামে পিনাট বাইট কুকিজ, প্রতি বাইটেই স্বাদের ম্যাজিক।
এই ইঞ্জিনিয়াররাই তো আমাদের সুপারহিরো। তাদের সাদা কাপড়কে প্রতিদিন দাগহীন উজ্জ্বল রাখতে এলো নতুন সুপার হোয়াইট। এর শক্তিশালী সুপার এনজাইম দূর করে ঘাম, ময়লা, গ্রিস, স্যুপ বা চায়ের দাগ। সাদা কাপড়ের সুপারহিরোদের জন্য নতুন সুপার হোয়াইট।
Just when things were looking good, in comes Muhammad Nabi. We were speaking about him, was padded up, but he is in 116, the best, 15 50s and 100 to his name. Decent strike rate. What a sight that is! But that was a beauty, wasn't it? Because he didn't realize that he has picked up a wicket here, Parvez.
Beautiful delivery, held its line. Rahmat Shah playing down the wrong line. That's what you want. A fast bowler. Realized it pretty late. Elated. First ball, a new spell. Dream start for this young man. Putting the hard yards. Coming back after injury. Never easy for a fast bowler. Made it look with the intent. Hitting the deck hard. Hitting that beautiful length. The first delivery. Again, beautifully bowled. Remember, Nabi in the previous game was caught behind as well. Of Taskin straight away. Tamim Iqbal having a first slip fielder, remembering those moments. Good captaincy.
Well, that's what you want to see when you go to, as a youngster, when you come across your coach. The first thing, if you're a seamer, the first thing he tells you is try to hit the top of the off stump. That was the prime example. It just clips the bail. It's just a beautiful sight for a bowler.
You and I both know, have the pleasure of hitting that off stump just outside the off stump, isn't it?
Change of angles for bowl. Now a different role for him, because this partnership was looking good, which has been recently broken by Taskin Ahmed. He has to shoulder a lot more responsibility. Najibul Azad run. And they also need to keep a closer eye on the required run rate. I mentioned about he's gone above 7 runs in an over. And he's played a very good role with the bat. His strike rate is above 90, 49 of 54. So he'll be eyeing to pick up a 50, if not 100 on 49. Again well bowled.
Back of the length, hitting the bat hard. Good seam position, coming round the wicket as you mentioned, Arthur. Getting the angle, not giving anything away, just outside the off stump. Anything square of the wicket, Sadran is very powerful. In the 49 of 55 delivery, strike rate of almost 90 with 7 boundaries. He's been in good form in the previous game too. Was a save for Afghanistan, beg your pardon.
Again, cannot find the gap. I think it's important for him also to realize that since he's just lost his partner, Rahmat Shah, he doesn't want to take any more chances now. You just want to settle things around.